Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. And the last couple of hours has been, it's one of them. All right, to sum it up, Daniel Dubois, a couple of hours ago, it was reported that he was being seen by board doctors because he was ill. They were going to make a decision about whether he would be fighting Joseph Parker to defend his IBF heavyweight title. The answer is no, he is not going to defend now. He is too ill to fight. This has all happened within 90 minutes, a couple of hours. So who is coming in? Well, initially, there was talk of Lawrence Akoli, maybe David Adelaide stepping in, or Murad Alayev. But in actual fact, and this is a real, wow moment, they've got Martin Bakole, who I believe is in the Congo. There was, I don't know whether it was finalised, but there was talk of him facing F.A. Ajagba. That was the sort of assumption. But no, he's coming over to Riyadh straight away. Oh, yeah, I'll pack my bags. Billy Nelson apparently was like, yeah, we'll do it. It's a good gig. So they're flying over to Riyadh, and on Saturday, we're talking, just a little over maybe 48 hours, maybe 49 hours. He's going to be in the ring against Joseph Parker. What a turnaround! An incredible. I can't remember ever seeing such a big name drop out at such a late hour and then to be replaced by another massive name. I'm struggling to think. I know Vitaly Klitschko was a very big or very late replacement and a very, very good one for Lennox Lewis on that occasion, and he gave Lewis hell, of course. That was when the Canadian fella, what's his name? He dropped out, didn't he? Can't remember his name now. Canadian heavyweight, and then Vitaly stepped in. I can't think of it. It's amazing, really. The Ring magazine, I'm getting this information from the Ring magazine, their website, which of course has been bought and is owned by Turki Al-Sheikh. It has been, revamped and so on. They're going to do a lovely hard copy of it and all this, but you get your information from the horse's mouth because it's owned by Turki Al-Sheikh. And this is described as a monster replacement. Well, I'd go along with that because Bakole is, absolute president, owner, CEO, probably makes the tea for the Who Needs Him club. Bakole is a big, tough, huge, powerful African wrecking machine. He's a big, big lad. Last seen beating the crap out of Jared Anderson, who that was man against boy stuff. Bakole, he's 21 wins with 1 defeat, 16 KOs. And he's been preparing for, we assume, I don't know whether he started the camp, but with the Ajagba fight, that was supposedly his next fight. You would assume, or you would hope, that because his weight has been an issue in the past, he comes in the 290s, 280s, 290s. You would hope that he's been keeping his weight reasonably low, because what we don't want is a totally out of shape Bakole, who may well end up, with a bit of jet lag at such late notice, coming in and underperforming. So I don't know. You see, I'm doing this off the cuff because I've only just read the information. I've only just heard about this Bakole replacement. But what I don't want, Bakole's a great substitute on paper. But what I don't want is for him to come in and to be so ill prepared and out of shape, and therefore it's not really a proper matchup, if you know what I mean. It's a great replacement in terms of a name, no question about it. But yeah, okay, it's a weird one, but startling. But I don't know. Perhaps they offered him the earth. Probably Turki Al-Sheikh. We know he's got this bottomless wallet. And of course, we've already had the Shakur Stevenson issue with all that controversy with, he's now facing Josh Padley because Floyd Schofield pulled out, supposedly with some illness or some mystery illness. It's all getting a bit strange, a bit surreal, isn't it? But Bakole, is this card cursed? I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder. I'm not a superstitious person at all, but Who's next? What's next? Still got 48 hours. Don't tell me Bivol or Beterbiev is going to fall sick. But this is an incredible development. Now, if you'd said to me, well, Lawrence Okoli is going to fight, Joseph Parker or like David Adelaide or Fabio Wardley or someone like that, because don't forget Frank Warren's got a ton of heavyweights he can pick upon. Then I would say, okay, that's realistic, and that's a bit of a letdown from Dubois. I really wanted to see Dubois versus Parker. I thought I'd really been looking forward to that, and I know you had as well. Like you guys that watch this channel, because I did of all the previews I've done, I think the Parker Dubois one was the most popular. It got the most views anyway. So I'm thinking, well, who else can we put in there? Let's be honest, Bakole at this 11th hour is as good as it's going to get. We can't complain too loudly, can we? But again, I repeat, I do want to see what shape Bakole is in, because if he comes over and he just has the fight and he's in the tune-up, if he's weighing 300 pounds and he's half jet lag because of the trip and he's got absolutely no time to prepare and it's just a literal roll of the dice, And I appreciate that in life you do have to do that sometimes, don't get me wrong. But it's still going to be a bit disappointing. If it was like a full camp for Bakole, a full camp for Parker, no problem. And Bakole, I've said all along, Bakole versus Dubois would be an incredible explosion of a fight. But I like to see all fighters have a proper camp. With someone like Josh Padley, because there is such an enormous gulf in talent between the two and experience, and Padley is, I don't know what he is. I haven't looked at the odds. He's got to be must surely be like 20 to 1, 25 to 1 as a bet to win. But you're not that bothered about it being such a late replacement, because you'd think that Shakur Stevenson, even if you gave Padley a 12-week camp, Shakur would still be able to beat him, or at the very least would start as a white-hot favourite. With Bakole versus Parker, you're thinking, okay, that's on paper a great matchup, but what's Bakole going to be like? And of course, Parker is having to switch over, isn't he? I think probably Parker and Andy Lee have agreed to it, because there are similarities between Bakole and Dubois in terms of they're both front-footed fighters. They both bang the jab very, very well, battering ram jab, and they're both trying to take your head off. So maybe that all that planning is transferable from Dubois to Bakole in terms of what Andy Lee and Joseph Parker are thinking of. That transferable game plan, blueprint, maybe, I suppose, and maybe they see Bakole as beatable. Who would I pick? I'm gonna have to think about this. There's so many intangibles. I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it. I wouldn't even want to make a prediction before I'd seen Bakole's weight, to be honest with you. But this is a bizarre set of circumstances, but I suppose this is one reason why we love the fight game, innit? Can't knock it. But let me know what you think. Do you like the idea of Bakole coming in late? Do you think it's a good matchup? Maybe you want to make a prediction. I don't know. But whatever thoughts you got, leave them below and I'll have a read. And thanks very much. Thanks very much for tuning in as always. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, do all the good stuff, and watch this space. I bet we ain't heard the last of this one. You know what I mean? I'll catch you later.